am who I am. I never apologize for who I am. I just run out, have a good time, but at the same time, I do the work. I do it with a smile. I do my work with a smile. I'm a lot more positive than I used to be. I think, you know, through the injuries and through some of the harder times, I got to a point where I was really negative and cynical, and even if I didn't show that to people, that's how I thought. I just had a pretty negative mindset, and you know, life's not out to get you. That was my thing. It's like, there's the only thing really holding you down is yourself, and there's always going to be circumstances in anything that's you're not going to like, and it's going to be tough. But for me, it was just about taking myself outside my own shoes, figuring out what was a consistent problem, and that problem was mostly me. I think it was just a mindset thing. I think that stemmed from having a lot of success and not too many hardships. You know, figures in my life, they can try to teach me about it, but until you go through it yourself, you're like, you kind of have to figure it out for yourself. It is just about all the pieces coming together. You know, when it comes to finding a training program that works for you, you kind of find out what works for you, and as I've gotten older and gotten stronger, that's changed as well, what I can do. So you're always figuring that stuff out, and the same thing for me mentally. I'm always getting stronger, always learning. I mean, even 6 months ago, a year ago, I barely even remember who that guy was, because I feel like I'm always progressing, I'm always looking forward, and so I think that's just the nature of the game. It's just about putting all those pieces together, and you have to be dialed in from all areas, and that's the beautiful part of the sport, is you're always trying to figure it out, and I feel like I have a lot of those pieces, and then it just comes down to consistency, and that's when you see that the race wins really start trickling in. Up until the point of the injuries, I kind of had everything going like super perfect for me, and so it just made me stronger in the sense of, okay, here's a problem, let's overcome it, let's figure out how to adapt, and you know, how do we get better and continue to move forward even though it's not perfect.
Those things that happen repetitively, you know, can get doubtful a little bit, you know, and when it first happens, you go through the poor me, you know, like all that, and you just got to wipe that out and say, all right, I'm good, I'll be okay. I'm going to get better, and I'm going to do it again. You know, if you're going to make it, you got to put that in the past and look forward. Both him and Kenny been up at Santa Barbara. They've worked with Peter Park, and he seems like a great guy. They love the program that he's got him on.
Although we share the same trainer, we do a lot of different stuff. Of course, we'll go in the gym at the same time, and you know, we'll ride bicycles together, but we're always doing a different workout. It's really personalized, and that's what I like about it. I mean, I have a lot of unique things that need to be tailored to myself, you know, and I think it's been fun to work with somebody like Peter that's you know, willing to hear me out and listen. I think it's been really nice to have a program that's not just like a one-size-fits-all deal. I definitely can see the results. I'm 100% the strongest I've ever been. On the bike, Nick Way actually writes my program. He comes to the races with me as well, and it's been huge for me. It's been huge. Obviously, he's been around for a really long time. He rode for my team back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and just really a knowledgeable guy. Really smart, hilarious dude, but so much knowledge, And what's amazed me is how well he can communicate something to me. He can communicate something to me that nobody else really can. He knows exactly how I think, so I'm fortunate to have his knowledge in my corner. I think for me, a big part of my program is having fun. You know, I like to talk to people. I like to talk smack to my friends and keep it light. And I think if you really look at it, most careers we have about 15 years of racing, and there's no sense in going on a road bike ride and nobody having any fun. Like I'm here to have a good time, baby. I will fake have fun until it just turns into a good time. So it's important for me to have fun, and I certainly talk a lot. My friends would tell you that I talk a lot.
He still acts like a kid. He would forget his shoes if they weren't on his feet. I don't know how he can make it to the airport. He forgets everything constantly. They need checklists, and they won't make a checklist because they forget the checklist. Like, they just forget everything.
I genuinely have a lot of fun all the time. I mean, it's pretty clear to see for most people, but I have a great time.